Saucy, you a
That's the
genius.
intro video. Man, oh man, oh man, that's kind of dope, man. How that just be coming in every time, you know what I mean? So, top of the top to y'all. Welcome to Top of the Top with King Phillip. You know, if y'all already know, if y'all have already peeped, we're gonna be talking some big shit today. And some people, they really ain't gonna like what I have to say. All right, period. And I ain't gonna care in the least bit. All right. So with that being said, let me go ahead and kick off our disclaimer. Welcome to the Top of the Top with King Phillip under the Make a Culture Move podcast, where we talk about the issues within the black and brown community that many people are not saying anything about, but we do, but it is a problem, and that's the problem all in itself right there. You know what I mean? That's a problem all in itself right there. You know what I mean? So with that being said, too, a lot of what we're gonna say, people are not gonna like. I'm already getting hit up. You know, that's what I'm saying right now. They end up messages. With that being said, a lot of people they are not gonna agree with what I have to say about this topic specifically. And if I say anything that offends you or make you feel some kind of way, please evaluate why what was said made you feel some kind of way, and then do something internally to fix that. Don't come to Philip like, ooh, I'm gonna give Philip a piece of my mind. Ooh, I can't wait to see Philip. Ooh, because Philip is gonna look at you like just like that. You know what I mean? So don't waste my time. All right. With that also being said too, y'all know the routine. Before we get into these conversations and stuff like that, go check out the website, makeachessmove.org. Go to the donation tab. I ain't telling you to make a donation. If you want to, go ahead and do your thing. You know what I mean? Do the recurring thing too if you're gonna do it. What I'm asking you to do is in the donation tab, there was a toolkit that we have in the donation tab that you can utilize, that you can copy and paste the pictures and the text that we have in that toolkit, and you can post it on your social medias. You can send it in your emails. You can send a group text. I hate group text. Don't send me no New Year group texts. You know what I mean? I hate group texts, man, because I can't get out of that. If anybody know how to get out of the group text and the iPod phones, let me know, because them things are so stupid, man. But completely off topic. We like to backdoor the donation. So with you doing that, putting the toolkit, putting the information out there, it'll get some of your peoples on there. You know what I mean? But that's only if you fucking with what we doing, and if you think what we doing is beneficial to the community. You know what I mean? Check out the Facebook page /Macam303. Everything is /Macam30. Oh, where's the slash at? Is it this way? Yep, there we go. Nope. /Macam303. You know what I mean? Like that thing up. Go ahead, check out the Instagram /Macam303. Follow that thing up. You know what I mean? Do the same thing with the Twitter joint /Macam303, and do the same thing with the Pinterest /Macam303. That was a lot. That was a whole lot. I still amaze myself sometimes how much I be on here talking. Lord knows I ain't one of the ones who like bumping gums and shit like that. You know what I mean? But just to put it out there, I'm gonna put it out there right on the forefront. You know what I mean? I think you gangbanging niggas is stupid as fuck. All right, I think that whole idea is is some of the most stupidest shit, and stupidest ain't even a word, but we're using it right now. All right, because some of the shit that y'all doing is you got to use words like that. All right, I don't understand it. All right, so now let me give you a little bit of background, a little history. All right, because I'm saying that with all disrespect intended. I know y'all heard me say I wasn't gonna be disrespectful and stuff like that, but I lied. You know what I mean? And that is even looking at my family. You know what I mean? Who I come from a gangbanging background. So saying all this to say, even with me coming from that background, I was pushed. I was forced to do something besides gangbang. Everybody else was gangbanging. Everybody else was selling dope. Everybody else was doing something to destroy the community. And I wanted to partake in that. I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to sell some of the dope. I wanted to gang a little to bang. You know what I mean? I wanted to destroy the community. In the same time, I'm seeing the nice cars, the jewels, you know what I mean? The clothes that's not worn down, that's not hand-me-downs, that's not, you know what I mean? I'm seeing all this at a young age. So that's what I wanted to do. But, my family, they pushed me away from the gang banging. They pushed me away from, you know what I mean? And when I say my family, I remember specifically it was my older brother and my cousin. They sat me down and they told me, like, if we find out that you gang banging, we're going to whoop your ass. And mind you, I'm just a year and a half younger than my older brother. All right. So me seeing him doing all this gangbanging shit like that, and I'm right behind him, I'm seeing it. Me seeing my older cousin doing all this shit like this too, through the cars that he's getting, the clothes, the jewels, the shoes, everything that he's getting, the knots of money. Nigga ain't had no bank account. Niggas ain't had no business. How you got these knots with, so me seeing all this, I wanted to do that. So they did that. They came and told me, look, if we find out that you gangbanging, we gonna kick your, and that was the gist of it. It was a whole hour and some change conversation. I remember it. They told us, you see what we have to go through. Go do the school thing. Go do the school thing. Go, you see we have to look over our back all the time and stuff like that. Go do the school thing. Go do something that we ain't doing. So, with that, I felt, what they say, what is that word? Ostracized. You know what I mean? I felt like I wasn't good enough for the family, per se. All right. So, that could be why some of the animosity that I feel about gang banging and some of you gangsters is out there doing. You know what I mean? That could be some of the underlying, reasons why I can't stand you niggas. All right. And some of you dumbass bitches too that's out there trying to gang bang. And I mean that too. And I don't even call women bitches. But y'all, like I said, when it comes to this conversation, it regards it another tongue is necessary because these niggas don't respect nothing sweet, don't respect nothing positive that come out your. They will sit up there and tell you all day in your mouth, all white day in your face, how much they trying to do right, do this, that, and the third differently, trying to stop gang banging, do all this, that, and the third differently, and but at the same time, once they turn around and go back to their element, like what was just said, like this conversation we just had wasn't a conversation, it wasn't a thing, and that's one of the reasons why I can't stand you niggas, because you can't, what you say is not your bond, it's not your word. You niggas don't hold your nuts. All right, and that's even when it comes down to, get pinched. Y'all came up with the snitches get stitches rule. What happened to that? A lot of you niggas is out here getting pinched, and the first thing is coming up, oh, I got kids now all of a sudden. Oh, I'm doing this, oh, my kids ain't gonna, I can't go to jail because my kids, oh, shut your little hoe ass up. Y'all got the snitches get stitches, but at the same time, the whole time, y'all's OGs, somebody from every hood is snitching, but y'all walking around still dapping these niggas up. Y'all some old clown cornball ass niggas. I said it. I said it. Where's the leadership? Let me ask this question first, because I want y'all to know that I'm still on point. I'm just not on a tangent. I'm just not emotional. I still have an agenda. I still have questions that I'm hoping to get addressed by somebody within that field, within that gang banging field. You know what I mean? Whatever happened to snitches get ditches? Whatever happened to snitches get stitches? Nowadays, snitches is getting riches. Snitches is getting bitches. What is going on? What's the problem? I'm asking because if I was gang banging, again, this is hypothetically. I'm way past that. I see what the fuck it is. There's no way that I'm going to at this point. But we're still going to shoot it out there. If I was gang banging, if I was one of you gangsters, all right, first of all, I wouldn't have no kids. Kids make you weak. Kids make you vulnerable. If I was one of you gangsters, again, this is just me, and I try to do shit effectively. So, I mean, truth be told, I wouldn't live long. I wouldn't be alive long to be a gangster. You know what I mean? Because I would do shit right, which would in turn get me killed or get me sent to prison. All right, for life. All right. But if I was, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to see how did this environment, because I used to love the aura. I used to love, just the whole energy of gang banging back in the late 80s, early 90s. You know what I mean? I used to love that. Learning how to sea walk, you know what I mean? I used to love all that. But, even coming from a love that you had like that to that love turning to hate. Like, I can't stand that shit now. Like, I see it and I'm seeing who's carrying it. How did it get to that? I have my theories, I have my questions, but at the same time, this is coming from somebody who didn't gangbang. You know what I mean? Who got family who gangbang, who got friends who gangbang. You know what I mean? All in the realms of starting gangs, starting hoods, to just getting put on the hood. You know what I mean? But this is still coming from somebody with no gangbanging experience. I know how to chuck the E because that's where I'm from, and how I chuck it is a little different than how you gang banging dudes chuck it as well. You know, that's a whole nother conversation and a whole nother topic as well, because let me separate two. The E is not, once you start throwing in these threes and stuff like that in y'all's pictures, that's what separates our location, which is the east side, where all these Crip gangs reside. The majority of them, there's some in Aurora. But I'm saying that to say, once y'all start throwing these threes up in y'all's pictures and stuff like that, that's when y'all putting y'all self in the mix. You won't find one Phillip. You won't find one picture with Phillip chucking up a three. At all. All right, because I know what it symbolized. I can try to turn it into something different. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the bottom line too, I know what it symbolized coming from the E. All right. So, like I said, I have my theories, and I'm not seeing a lot of the OGs. I'm like, where's the OGs at? First of all, what happened to the OGs? That's my first question. Because I didn't even know growing up too, you know, the OGs, they was doing more in the hood, they was doing more in the community. You know what I mean? They was helping youth who they saw had potential in sports. They kept them in some nice shoes, helped them with some cleats for the sports and stuff like that. You know, made sure that they was going to school. Well, nigga, where you supposed to be? They wasn't out there in them streets. When did that shift? When did that shift? A whole lot of my questions are coming from a when and a what happened point of view. Because like I said, that aura that I used to love no longer exists. That aura, that enticing allure of gang banging. It was like, you know, you put on that lube, you know what I mean? A gang banging when you wake up in the morning and step out your door, and that first bop that you take is extinct. So what these youth and what these babies see now as gang banging is not what it is. Y'all niggas on Facebook going live on them claiming this is gangsta and all this other shit. Want to throw up every hood and every on the live on the nigga. Do you know how goofy and stupid you look? You old goofy ass nigga. I mean, and these ain't just babies either. I would expect it coming from, you know, 14. They just now getting their feet wet. They all active in the social media and stuff like that. So yeah, they gonna chuck it up. They gonna put their hood on that they just got quoted on and all this other stuff. Yes, of course, they gonna do that. But I'm talking about these is oh man, I'm gonna say 28 and plus. 28 plus. First of all, y'all, you know, I ain't gonna go there. But 28 plus on the internet, on the computer, you know, with the live video, chucking up listening to the lip singing like it's gangster, you know what I mean? Like, y'all doing what females are doing and trying to make it look hard. That's exactly what y'all doing. These females started that going live, singing to their cameras and shit, looking all cute and beautiful while they trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? To you niggas is, oh, she can do it, so let me go ahead and chuck up some fingers while I'm listening to the hardest song. And man, do you know how stupid you look? That's just my opinion. Some of your homeboys in the pictures too chucking it up might think, oh yeah, cuz that's hard. Yeah, nigga, that's hard. A whole nut. Not even realizing it either. I mean, you could realize it because at the end of the day, you know, I'm not gonna say you realize it because I'm not gonna say y'all realize it because y'all probably don't. Y'all probably don't know how nuttish you look. Y'all probably don't realize how stupid and idiotic that makes y'all look. Y'all probably don't realize how hot that is making you. If you selling dope, if you out here putting in work, and if you out here drawing attention to yourself as a gangster, mile high salute to you, homie. Mile high salute to you. That's not smart. That's not Malcolm. That's not gonna give you a long run in the game, especially if you're trying to have a long run in the game. And it's coming to my attention that people don't plan long runs when it comes to gang banging. You know, they planning on being killed and dead by, 18, no later than 25. All right, that's what they planning and gunning on. So when they hit, oh shit, I'm 26 now. Oh shit, I'm 27 now. Oh, what am I gonna do at 30? Like, they have no plan, they have no direction. Let me rewind, because that was my first question that I asked. That's my first question, but I shared that I shared that first bit with y'all just to give y'all my little personal experience on gangbanging, just so y'all can hear where we coming from. Because again, I don't need to go out and do extra research and extra data, to back up what I'm saying if I experienced it. When we experience something, that makes us the experts. All right, so I experienced this from second, third hand, not first hand, not me gang banging, quoting, you know what I mean? It's me in a back, picking up backpacks, being around gangsters in the vicinity, you know what I mean? But me not being allowed to do certain things. Because during this whole time too, even from when I was a baby to even when I was like a college student, around 22, 23, I'm with my older cousin. We making these runs and stuff like that, and I'm driving them, all right? We making these runs, I'm driving them all day. That was my job when I wasn't doing my other job at Youth Biz, all right? I was driving him around. Every time we would get to a location, he would tell me, all right, cuzzo, stay right here, I'll be right back. He would never let me go in, ever. I would ask him questions. Why you asking me questions? And he'd get mad. You know what I mean? The least you know, the better. Stop asking questions. He would get mad at me. Mind you, let me go back too. Mind you, right back to him was 2-3 hours from now. I'm just sitting in the car listening to music. You know what I mean? He could have told me to come back. That was right back. So I'm driving him around, and the whole time I'm not being exposed to what he's doing directly. I'm just second hand, you know what I mean? I'm third hand smoke type shit. You know what I mean? So my like I'm saying, my interaction with the gangbanging shit is very limited, very naive, you know what I mean, to the actual meaning, purpose behind it. All right, so let's come back to my original first question. You know what I mean? Jump right into it. Someone enlighten me. Why are y'all killing each other? Y'all can't see these questions that I'm asking too, because y'all on the wrong platform. You know what I mean? Someone enlighten me. Why are y'all killing each other? I mean, nowadays too, knowing y'all little youngins and stuff too, it's probably over a female. Y'all little sensitive, emotional asses with pistols. That's all y'all is. Y'all some hoes. Y'all some bitches. Y'all don't know how to take no whoopings. So you always want to try to get a gun, get it, and then y'all so stupid. Y'all whole nut ass, man. I'm trying to understand it. So y'all get y'all pistol. First thing you want to do is bring your phone out again. Let me do what these females been doing, but let me make it look hard. Come on the live with your pistol. You know what I mean? Point it at your phone like you gonna do something to your phone. Like, ooh, the phone has been talking real hard and stuff to you. Like, Come on, man. This does not make you look hard because you got a pistol on live. It makes you look hot. It makes you look hot. And I'm talking to my phone like it was the thing. It makes you look hot. Y'all. I mean, I truly do not understand that one. I truly do not understand that one. And it's happening in y'all's hoods. So again, when I was talking to the OGs and stuff like that, I'm asking y'all, like, how did y'all allow this shit to happen to something that y'all created, to something that y'all have took in, owned? You know, y'all fighting for hoods, y'all fighting, I'm just interested to see how many people got on properties on the 30s. Cause this is what that 30 do. Oh, how many property owners do we have on the east side, period? And I'm talking about gangsters. I ain't talking about, well, my grandma, she still stay. Well, my mom, she still stay. Nah, your mom, she ain't out there chucking them fingers up. She ain't out there finger banging on Facebook and on the social medias. Your mom, she ain't out there doing that. So that ain't your property, homie. That's your mama's work. So again, how many of y'all gangsters, active, 3+ kids, you know what I mean, that's still active, own properties on the east side? What are you banging for if you don't own properties on the east side? If you don't own a property in a hood that you so, ooh, I will work a nigga for this bandana right here. Ooh. You gain equity off of that? I'm just curious. I'm trying to figure out what the purpose, what the goal is, because it got to the point where, I no longer wanted to gangbang. I no longer wanted to affiliate and be a part of that, just because I was seeing how destructive it was. I was seeing how deadly it was. And mind you, again, this is exactly what we're talking about. The issues within the black community that nobody are talking about, that's destructive, that's deadly, and we just shrug our shoulders like it's a problem, like it's not a problem. This gangbanging shit has been happening for generations, and we still shrugging our shoulders to it like it's not a problem. It's not the same gangbanging that it was in the 80s that it was right now in the 2020s. It is not the same gangbanging. These little niggas right now, they are not following the same rules that was set and put in place when gangbanging started. They don't even know the rules. They don't care about the rules. But again, this is something that has plagued. It's not plaguing. That has plagued the black and brown community. When did that come in? Cause I be sitting up here watching these like I was watching what was the latest movie that I had just watched, Mudbound. It's another slavery joint. You know what I mean? The boy, he go out and fight for the army, and then he come back and he's still a nigga. You know what I mean? They out there toasting, boom, he out there goosing white girls and shit like that. But he come back, first thing he do is go to the store, and he can't come in the front entrance. He just came in. He got to go out the back. Nigga, what you thought this was? Nigga, you back in Mississippi. Fuck you thought this was. But I'm saying that to say, the black folks, even back then, there was no culturalism. There was no division. There was no I mean, I can't say because I wasn't there, but I can say that during the slavery days, they weren't fighting amongst each other. They weren't killing each other at the capacity that we are right now. All right, I'll say that. Again, black on black crime hasn't just started. It just not become a thing. You know what I mean? This shit has been happening for a while now. We fought each other then, but it wasn't no tribal shit. You know what I mean? no gang banging shit. We was, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to figure out where did this come from. You know what I mean? And initially too, I know like I don't go into my thoroughness into my background research into gang banging because I truly don't give a fuck about gang banging. But my background and my research has led to that it started from a good thing. It started as a community to help build up the community. CRIP stands for Community Revolution and Progress. Bloods stands for I don't know, because I don't know nothing about the Bloods. I don't know nothing about no other hood, no other gangs, no nothing like that. But I know it was something brotherly love. You know what I mean? Or something. It was something positive. So when did the goal of it again shift? How did we lose a purpose so powerful, something so positive to being what it is right now today? And I know people, they get mad type when I be talking about black on black crime and black on black violence because they get so caught up in the linguistics. Like I give a fuck about the language. Nigga, he just shot his homie that was black. You can't talk your way out of that shit, you know what I mean? So I'm saying I'm asking the questions just not even it's at this point where I don't care to understand. Some things God we is not meant to understand. Period. And that's one of the things when it comes to me. But I still, just because it's still impacting our community and the community that we stay in and our babies. So to not have this conversation, not put it on blast, and just to let them know, like, yeah, this shit is not cool. You not saying something to your little cousin who's already showing these traits and interests into gang banging. It's not cool. It's not the move. You need to try to start getting him some positive mentoring, some black men that's trying to do something. Not just stop fucking these dumbass gang banging niggas who got all the time in the world and putting them around your babies. And then you wonder where he get it from, where these kids is getting it from. You wonder why they throwing up these pictures in the, oh man, this is as much of a problem amongst black men as it is with black women. Because black women, I'm gonna gas y'all asses too. Y'all be quick to bring these old dumbass, no job, gang banging ass niggas around your kids for whatever the fuck reason. Around your family, around your home, letting these niggas drive your cars. Dumb as the fuck. Y'all's babies is watching and soaking in everything, listening to every argument that y'all having on the phone, all that. So this is not just a problem amongst black men and brown men. This is a problem with black women as well. Y'all welcoming and being so lovey to these niggas. These niggas get killed. Now you left with a 2-year-old that you gotta tell. I mean, what you gonna tell that baby that her dad ain't gonna come home for the rest of her life for the next however long she live? Now you gotta make up something to say to her to the babies. You know what I mean? About why he's in prison, why he's in jail, and you don't want to tell them the truth. Women, black women specifically, I don't need an explanation. I'm past that. You know what I mean? I'm past that. But just know and understand. I make this clear too. Just know and understand. If you deal with somebody who is active out there in them streets, don't matter how fine they is, don't matter how much money they got, don't matter how big they dick is, don't matter nothing of that sort. All right? just know that when he gets killed, just know that when he gets sent to prison, you will be left alone. You won't have that luxurious life that you were living. The money that people think that he got on the side, that they will assume you got, and you ain't got a dime, you gonna be broke as fuck. That's gonna be your lifestyle now. So what you gonna end up doing? Selling pussy. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Some of y'all is too equipped to that fast lifestyle, you know what I mean? So y'all try to maintain it. You know, when and some of these niggas out here ain't really built like that either. They ain't really, you know what I mean? If you knew the numbers behind a key, you know what I mean? Let's say I ain't gonna if you I'm gonna just say this. All right. I don't know what's happening nowadays. I don't know what's happening nowadays, and I don't want to know what's happening nowadays. But if you were on the block hustling bop for bop, and that's you putting in hours from sun up to sundown because you a true gritter. You're a real hustler. You want them to know that, yeah, I'm a hustler, baby. I'm a hustler. You want them to know that. So you out there 3 days with the same clothes on, baby. Hustling. 3 days. Turned your drawers and your socks inside out. Hustling, baby. I'm a hustler, homie. Got the products for the customers, homie. Think about it. Think about it. If you were out there for 8 hours, all right, and you I'm just trying to put it together that the numbers don't come together. The numbers don't add up. The numbers do not add up, because especially if you were making your re-up, if you trying to re-up as well, all right, the numbers don't add up, especially nowadays. Like I said, I don't know what's happening nowadays. There's too many niggas out here snitching and talking and doing all that extra shit for no reason. For no reason. Yeah, I don't know what's happening now. But like I said, the numbers then, I still don't think they are adding up. You know what I mean? So, and the risks are too high. You gotta look out for the police. You gotta look out for, other niggas that's out there hustling. You gotta look out fiends that's like, I ain't got no money, so I'm about to nigga poke you a couple of times. You know what I mean? The risk is too high, and then y'all out here with no life insurance. So when you get bodied, all right, when you get bodied, it's almost hilarious. It's almost hilarious at this point. You know what I mean? When you get bodied, we see the GoFundMe, because y'all ain't have no life insurance. Y'all ain't have no plans on what you were gonna do if you got killed. I tell people all the time, if something happens to me and if I die, all right, I already have people in place to take over, you know what I mean, to lead with Malcolm. So Malcolm sustains and Malcolm carries on, you know what I mean, because I want my kids to experience that. And I also have a plan for what I want to happen to my body. I told, I want my body to be made to be, I want to be cremated and my ashes to be turned into chess pieces in a whole chess set. You know what I mean? That's my plan, so these dudes, when it comes to gang banging and all that other shit, it's for what? For what? For what? Man, Cameo, you just said we kill each other because it's the cool thing to do, unfortunately. I mean, cool according to who? You know what I mean? Cool according to who? You know, who are we trying to look cool for? And I know, you know, even looking back to before I had went to prison and just looking at what I was doing, I was trying to look cool for the homies. I wanted the homies to see me in this light. You know what I mean? I wanted the homies to see me driving this nice car, this, you know what I mean, with 28,000 rims. You know what I mean? So when it comes down to it, we doing stuff, but it's not for the reasons that it's meant to be for. You know what I mean? So, you know, last year, I'm gonna say last year around this time, young Nate, he was killed at the mall. You know what I mean? Because he used to beat niggas up and niggas couldn't see him in the hand, so they ended up killing him. All right, pussies. Said that to say, and they talking about free him. That man, fuck y'all, fuck him. All right, period. All right. Said that to say, after that happens, you know, it's always like clockwork. Once one of these babies get killed out here in these streets, people who's always on the sideline, they like, okay, well, let me go ahead and get in the game. Let me go ahead and save the lives for them, you know, save the community and stuff like that. They like, okay, now. So we end up going to these meetings, all right? If you know me, you know I don't fuck with the meetings and stuff like that. So when I do go to the meetings, I have my chessboard in tow, and I'm in the back, ducked off, you know what I mean? I don't want nobody bother me. I'm trying to see what's gonna happen, how we gonna save these babies, all right? How we gonna save these babies? The meeting that I had went to, you know, it was what I expected it was gonna be. Some niggas in the room with egos, you know what I mean? Trying to see who got the biggest dick, trying to show off, say they been doing the work for the longest time, and man, fuck all that other fuck all the bullshit, you know. So, we had hosted a meeting. I had hosted a meeting at Macam, you know, the very next day, and the goal was to bring the younger active ones that's out there active in the streets in from the different hoods, all right? From the east side, from Park Hill, if you active, bring them in, but you gotta have a relationship with them. Don't just bring anybody, because if you don't have no relationship with them, then this is not gonna work. So this is my approach. This is my solution. This is my step into the gang work. And it was a real quick step, and I got right the fuck out because I saw what the fuck it is, and people don't try to cure. People don't want no cure to gang banging. They don't want to decrease. They don't want to stop youth violence at all. At all. But my solution was, I wanted to put this meeting together. I met with some of the OGs from the different hoods, and I told them what it was. I met with some of the community members from the different hoods, and I told them what it was. I said, look, I'm going to have, you know, the youngest from the east side who's like, they tired of this shit, man. They trying to talk to they ops, you know what I mean? Let them know, like, look, man, if we can settle this shit as, man, I got kids, I got businesses now. I ain't trying to always have this thing on me. I ain't always trying to look over my back and over my shoulder. I'm trying to just live my life and raise my kids. If we can have this conversation and squash this shit, then they were for it. They showed up. They showed up. But the other community leaders, the other OGs from the different hoods who's trying to decrease gang and youth violence, they showed up. But they didn't bring none of them active blood members. They didn't bring none of them active whatever the fuck out yonder. You know what I mean? So why the fuck y'all show up? That's where I was at. So I had let this whole process, this has been a year now. I didn't say nothing about it this whole time. I had specifically asked them, bring your young active ones that you have good relationships with. Bring them. They excuse was, it's too soon. We can't bring them into the same building together or it's going to be some drama. It's going to be some funk. My answer, my retort to that was, okay, nigga, if you've been in a community building these relationships for 5+ years so far, you should have built a relationship and it should be authentic with these babies out here. I know the ones who I brought, they was not gonna move on the strength of, oh, this is Malcolm's place. They was not gonna move on the respect that we built, the relationships that we built for over 10+ years. And that shit blew my mind because the East, they was in there, they was ready. These is the active ones. This is the first time I've ever seen that shit happen. Y'all dumbass niggas that's been doing the gang work for 10, 15, 25+ years, whatever the fuck, think y'all got all the answers, all the solutions, and been failing for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25+ fucking years. Y'all don't have all the answers. Niggas, sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up. Oh, man. This whole time, man, I'm just... And you know, I'm not even going to try to get them back together. Because they made that approach. They did that on their end. But we have these folks that just want to show up and don't want to truly show up. We got folks that claim they want to decrease gang and youth violence. Nigga, what is you showing up for? We don't need you to just show up. Nigga, build a authentic relationship. That's not don't, man, you know what, I ain't gonna get started on these niggas, man. I ain't gonna get started. But build an authentic relationship. Alright? And it starts with being authentic yourself. That's how it starts. Y'all trying to go off the coattail of somebody else's credibility. Really, they credibility shot as the fuck. Dumbass nigga. But and you know, so coming back to, you know, I was going somewhere before I had took off. All right. Like I said, I'm still intentional about this. And that was my follow-up question. No, that's not the follow-up. This is the follow-up question right here. If you had the opportunity to talk out y'all's differences, would that truly dead all issues? Like, I have the assumption that if Lil Gunshot got to talk to Lil Trey 9 and say, look, man, I got 5 kids now. I got 2 businesses. I don't even know why we still shooting at each other. That was over 10 years ago. I don't even know what's what. I'm done with that shit. And then Lil Trey 9 was like, you know what? I can't even remember what we was filming over either. I mean, I don't know if that's me being naive. I know homies is being killed behind this. And the dudes who killed them is still out there walking around free. If y'all ain't killed them this already, what y'all still funking and beefing for? I don't know if that's me being naive. If me thinking, you know, if I just talk to this person, let them know I'm not going to be shooting or gunning for them anymore, and they let me know that, okay. I mean, it could be a lie, too. They could say, okay, yeah, that's cool. I ain't going to do it either. And the first time you step out that window, you know, he just been waiting on the opportunity, and you was caught lacking. There's so many sides, and that's what I heard from the youth in that meeting. The thing is, too, they saying, you know, they were saying, you know, there's no telling what's going to happen after the meeting. Even if you do get them together, there's no telling what's going to happen after the meeting. My whole thing was, if we got them together, then we achieve success. So they can talk to each other. had this dialogue. That has not happened. That has not happened. Y'all doing this gang work. Y'all having truces with the police and shit like that in the room and shit like that, where the police and the congressmen and all this other senator bullshit, they doing the talking and shit like that. I don't know. I don't know if that's just me being naive, thinking that words will solve issues, even as deep as someone getting killed behind this. I don't know. But I do know. That doing the same thing and relying on these same quote unquote experts is not the move. And it's not the move. I also do know that as the OGs, from our meeting that we had last year, they clearly made it known. These are the youth, active ones, between 16, I'm gonna say 22. That was at that time. At that time, active. And I'm sure that each of them that came in there had that thing on them too. And I wasn't gonna, nigga, come on still. I know you got it on you. Come on. They clearly said that the older generation fucked them up. To be verbatim, y'all fucked us up. Y'all fucked us up. And there was no solution to that. There was no apologies. I don't know if that's just me being naive. You know what I mean? That's hella I would say that's hella optimistic. I call it being optimistic, not naive. Success can be a relative term. I do believe it would be a massive step in the right direction. It's a step though. It's almost like we've been taking the left step this whole time. Just going left, 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 not realizing we just only going in a fucking circle. When we only go left, nigga. If we only go left, we gonna go in a fucking circle. And we're only going left. We don't see the opportunity of using a right. Just one right. It'll make us one step ahead, one step further. It'll be progress, but then it'll be left, 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 left. But we still made that right step. So now we not in the same position we were at first. We now making circles over here now. It's a step. It's a difference. It's another approach. So coming back to it too with the gang, with the whole gang culture. All right, with the whole gang culture. Like I said, I don't have the answers to these issues, to these problems. I'm providing and proposing solutions, and it's only my solution. This is me providing a right. All right, to they left. All right, I got a right to they left. We got a right to they left. Now we moving. We got a little action now. You know what I mean? But still just having the right and the left with no direction, that still ain't gonna get us to where we need to be when it comes to this youth violence and this gang shit. So we need everybody on board collectively. And the thing is, too, that is the fucking hardest thing in the world when it comes to this here nonprofit shit. With folks who claim they want to do right by our community, Boy, I tell you, there's division within the nonprofit sector. There is a division. All right. There's the community workers, those who are doing the community work. And then we have activists. That's the division. That's the division. Community workers are doing the work. Activists want to be known for work that they can do. Let me say that again. Community workers do the work. Activists want to be known for the work that they can do. It makes it hard to do authentic work collectively when you have that division on top of egos, on top of a whole bunch of other shit. And again, these are black and brown nonprofits. Y'all probably heard me talk about black and brown nonprofits in a few other episodes. You know what I mean? Just that division and how it makes it hard to do the work that needs to get done. Because at the end of the day, if we all do not come together collectively, if we don't put our right and our left together, and if we don't get our direction in place, and if we don't get, everything that we, our emotions with our arms as well, you know what I mean? If we don't have some vibe while we walking and all the other, we need everybody on board collectively with the same goal, the same mission in mind. No, that's the hardest thing. That's the hardest thing. That is the hardest thing. How I learn has been an issue for somebody else. How I learn. All right. I don't know how the fuck me learning the best way I learn best has to do with, and we trying to stop and decrease youth violence. We can't. We can't. We need that. That's I think that's the little bit of dark that's in our light. That's our little bit of yang that's in our yin. We need that balance. And I believe that without that balance, it'll be something even worse than what we're combating right now. James hit it right on the head too. He said, if you aim at nothing, you're bound to hit it. 100% of the time too. 100 shooting 100 for 100 shoot, especially if you aiming at nothing. You can't miss. Intimate. And that thought just hit me. What if we need gangsters? What if gang banging is a necessary evil that we need in this world to keep balance? What if we need some of these babies to get gunned down by stray bullets and drive-bys and shit like that to save 3 others? That just hit me. That just hit me. What if we need it? What if we need that necessary evil? That just hit me. I never thought of it like that. I never truly thought of it like that. But with that being said too, there are gangsters out there that I do respect that's doing something positive and trying to move in another way. There are some that's active that I do respect that's trying to get out, find another way. You know, 9 times out of 10 is gonna be too late because they don't see the urgency behind it, and that's the pattern, that we see amongst those who are trying to make another way and do something differently. But at that point where, you know, it's almost like everybody who's getting killed and stuff like that, or I don't know, man. I don't know if that's just me being naive, but I see folks who's doing better and who's trying to do better, and they the ones that's getting killed and shit like that. So, don't make it too late to do better. You know what I mean? Don't wait for somebody else to help you to do better. You can start by massaging. I mean, you can start by actually meditating. That's a wonderful tool. A wonderful tool. Every morning, get your little meditating in. It's a dope tool. You know what I mean? Feel them breaths. Be aware of your body, of all your ligaments, the hairs on your arms, and I got a lot of them. Do something different that even though we hear that it's not for us, black folk don't do this, black folk don't do that, do something different. Meditating, that's something that I never thought I'd be doing. Not doing my thug dizzle when it comes to this here meditating. I feel good after. Might meditate after this. Got my energy all mixed in, you know what I mean? Let's do something different, man. Don't introduce your kids to that shit just to glorify yourself. That's not a move. Don't introduce your kids by showing them how to throw up your hood. That's not the move at all. That's real cornballish. Real cornballish. You don't need nobody to assert yourself. These are just my tidbits. You know what I mean? You don't need nobody to tell you or to let you know that you are a man. You don't need nobody. You don't need nobody to bring you down. Y'all listen to y'all's grandmas. Straight up. Listen to y'all's grandmas. Y'all's moms, they probably still ain't shit, you know what I mean? They funky asses. But listen to y'all's grandmas. As everything that y'all's grandmas is telling y'all, or will say, hopefully y'all got some older grandmas too, because them young 40-year-old grandmas ain't shit either. Hopefully. No disrespect to nobody. But listen to y'all's grandmas, because grandmas, they ain't gonna tell you nothing that is gonna harm you. Everything that they're telling you is for your benefit. Everything. You're not gonna realize it then. You're not gonna realize it the moment they're sharing it with you at all. You'll realize it the moment they pass. 10, 15 years after their death. Hopefully not even their death. You'll realize it the older that you get, with the more understanding that comes with. A lot of us, we just still too young to understand some of the things that our grandparents are saying to us, our grandmas are saying to us. But hey, I'm out of here, man. I ain't got no more. I'm just jabbering. You know what I mean? I'm over 3 minutes. All right, peace.